So this month, I thought I'd do my reading wrap up a little bit differently because I only read one book in May. Definitely not how I anticipated that to go. I thought I was going to read more in May than I did in April, and it turned out to be the complete opposite. At some point, I didn't even think I was going to finish the book that I was reading. It just was taking me so freaking long to get through. So I figured for this reading wrap up, I'd also talk about maybe what I'm currently reading and my TBR hopefuls for what I'm going to read next. But first off, the book that I read in May was Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. It's not that I didn't like this book. I actually ended up rating it 4 stars, but it just took me forever to get through it. I actually started it at the very end of April, and oh my goodness, like, yeah, it took you forever too. Oh my goodness. It was good, but it definitely dragged in a lot of areas, and the last like 100 to 150 pages just felt like it could have been a lot shorter. It was one too where like I would lose interest really quickly, so I would read a chapter or two and then just have the pull to go do something else. So I did a lot more like gaming and scrolling through TikTok than I normally do, and I think it's just because I just wasn't riveted by the plot of this book. Now, I will say the atmosphere and the writing were amazing, and I loved that. And I love that it had like some romance and some spookiness, definitely some adventure as well. I just feel like the pacing was a bit off for me, and that's why I ended up giving it 4 stars. It is one I can see myself rereading in the future, and maybe if I see one of the movie adaptations, it'll help me get into the book a little bit more the next time I do read it. But I don't think I'd go out and say that this is one of my all-time favorite classics or anything like that. As for what I'm currently reading, I am right now at this moment about 25% of the way into The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue on my Kobo. And this book and Jane Eyre and My Dark Vanessa are all three going to be part of a reading vlog that I have been working on for well over a month now because these books are taking me so long to read. Not so much The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but My Dark Vanessa and Jane Eyre definitely are really chunky and drawn out reading experiences for me. Oh my goodness. So safe to say, I cannot wait to finish The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue so I can be done with this reading vlog and move on and do something else because I am over it at this point. I love filming reading vlogs, but whenever they take too long, oh my goodness, I just want to move on. I can't wait until I finally get that chance. I am also a little bit into Devotions by Mary Oliver, not very far. I'm on page 40 right now, and I am really enjoying this, but I am trying to take my time with this collection of poetry because it is very beautiful and lyrically written and such, and I don't want to skim it. I want to definitely be paying attention and be present and mindful about what I'm reading. So I've been tending to only read a couple of poems at a time, sit and think about them, and then wait until I'm in the mood for poetry again to pick it up and read some more. Definitely one I am really loving so far, though. I don't think I have a single complaint about it. I see this being a 5 star read potentially. Everyone's always like raving about it, and now I can see why, and I'm not even like 100 pages in yet. So that's good. I hope it continues on that trend. And then as for TBR hopefuls, I really don't want to put too much on my plate just because the last few books I've read, I have kind of struggled to get through. I'm not really sure if it's because I'm kind of in a reading slump because of The Sunrise on the Reaping and how good that was, or what is going on. I don't want to like set myself up for failure with too high of expectations. But there is something that I really want to read, and I promised myself that I could go this route once I finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and that is a graphic novel. So I'm really feeling the pull to read Witchblood. It looks super cool. It's obviously about like vampires and witches and stuff, and I love all things spooky, especially in graphic novels. This one also seems super colorful. So I think it's going to be a really fun time and an amazing switch from reading super chunky, thought-provoking books because this looks like a really fun time and it's going to be such a good break for my brain as far as reading goes. Honestly, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think I'd rather kind of keep my TBR open and potentially just mood read in the next couple of months just to kind of get myself really back into the flow of reading and not kind of set my expectations up too high. I might even try to do the reading prompt jar again, just kind of switch it up a bit and maybe pick up something new that hasn't really been on my radar. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. But anyway, I am going to leave this video here. Let me know in the comments what you read in May. Hopefully you had a slightly better reading month than I did. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.